too much noise here. I just realized. Well, I'll just try to talk over it or something. Fuck. Society will try to tell you all types of bullshit all of the time. Straight up fucking bullshit. Like, okay, so we're in Oregon. Everyone's lawn has been fried, toasted. Usually in Oregon, most people's lawns are so wet that you can't even walk on them, or you're gonna like squish your foot into mud, and you're gonna like sink, and your shoe's gonna get disgusted. But now, everyone's lawn is toasted, and the clouds melt out of the sky before midday. No longer is there any single. Will there ever be a full cloudy day, a rainy, full fucking day? Because now the clouds melt out of the sky. The clouds melt out of the sky. You haven't noticed? Been a little too busy? Been a little too busy, and even if you did notice, you wouldn't be able to tell if that was a natural phenomenon. If all the clouds in the sky just melt out of the sky within an hour, like, what is this? What is this? The freaking Truman Show? Freaking, like... what's that movie? Like, Pleasantville? Freaking, like, weather? Oh, no. We don't have rainy, cloudy days here. We only have sunny days. You might wake up with a little bit of clouds, but the second you get out, it's gonna be toasty. A nice little touch of some fucking microwaves and gamma rays. And we're gonna keep digging out the planet, digging out all the guts of the fucking planet. While all our expert scientists are expert, quote unquote, expert, quote, end quote, scientists who have the perfect opinion to suit what we need you guys to believe in order that we further our fucking agenda. I love noise, by the way. All this slave transportation on this conveyor belt is floating around on your little fucking goddamn slave mobile, and you're fucking on the goddamn gray pavement that once was a planet worth living on, but now it's just gray flatness. It's just gray flatness. And the true thing about earthing, it's not about taking off your shoes. The true thing about earthing is not about taking off your shoes. It's about having real context to appropriate your mind to, instead of a gray, flat wasteland. I remember I used to draw X's in the boxes that I used to walk on like the boxes on a sidewalk. They got those squares. I used to draw X's, and I would step over the X, because I had nothing to do with my mind while walking on gray flatness. And it's bad for you too. Walking on that gray flatness is bad for your bones. It's not natural, which will lead to all types of bone problems. Knee problems, you name it. Posture problems. The Egyptians might have slept on stone, but they walked on sand. Yeah, all this society's got for you is lies. And now, what's basically going on is we're basically being exterminated. And they're just giving us all these bullshit, piling on all these bullshit cover stories to get us to be, you know, silently, complacently working out our slave lives until we're in the grave in a couple fucking years, and that's all of us. You know, do you think your government would tell you if a natural disaster was about to wipe all of us out? No, we don't want to cause a panic. A natural disaster was about to wipe us all out. Do you think your government would tell you, no, we don't want to cause a panic? They're not mature enough to handle this. I am, and so let me tell you what we should do. Hopefully all pedophiles die someday, but anyways. Seems like the only way out left is all of us dying. That's the only way out, so we wouldn't infect space with our fucking nonsense. You see, our nonsense is currently stuck on planet Earth. All of our bullshit, all of our ego, all of our built up hubris pussballs. What's the word? Oh. It's all currently stuck here on planet Earth. But when we start really going to space, and I imagine that's basically what the elite have been doing, basically like some type of panspermia type bullshit. Those fucking motherfuckers have definitely stolen trillions of our dollars to fund. Everything your government will tell you from now on, it's like in Bleach when Central 46 had already been compromised by Eisen, but nobody knew, but they kept sending out orders. Now the evilest guy in the area had taken over, compromised the whole, basically, communications / security field. And started giving out the security orders. Started giving out the mandates. Everything your government will tell you from now on, and well, for the last 2 years definitely, but, you know, potentially the last 10, 20, 40 years, everything your government will tell you from now on, anyways, lies. Utter fucking lies. Cover story bullshit. And it'll just go all under the rug. It'll just go all under the fucking rug. So we have no defense system of our own as the population. The population, if you're gonna have a government, the population needs its own defense system. No matter whether or not you get an actually good person in office, that person's going to get blackmailed or manipulated away from the truer purpose, the greater purposes that they could have had in that office, and that's why, of course, JFK was our last good fucking president. I think it's actually kind of funny / intriguing that Donald Trump got office, because he really actually did seem to do some stuff that was at least passed down as seemingly effective shit at like actually cleaning up the swamp, whatever. Really, a conspiracy theorist at all in office is actually a good idea. That guy's already knee-deep in the truth that this world basically just fucks us over all the time. And if this world fucks us over all the time, then he knows how much needs to change. And, creating more jobs ain't gonna do that. See, because when we run out of jobs, that's when we should realize that jobs aren't the only way that people should live. We shouldn't create more jobs where none were necessary. But now, oh, well, we can do this now with money, create a pipeline that goes through Russia and wherever the fuck, all the way to fucking who knows what the fuck. But that will create 300,000 jobs. Who cares, man? The fact that people need and have to have money in order to have a home, utter fucking bullshit. And they just keep covering that up with more jobs. Oh, we have more opportunities for you to be a fucking little bitch, little sycophant, never speak your mind, little slave. And make sure you show up on time, aka early, and never be scruffy or incompetent or tired. Never be tired. Can't show tiredness. That would make it seem like the corporation's unfair to you. Are we unfair? Relatively speaking, no. But yes. The day you guys will speak your mind is the day you quit your fucking job. If at all. So basically, just make sure to notice that, when you got full cloudy day in the morning at like 8, 9 a.m. in the morning, notice how long it takes for all of those clouds to melt out of the fucking sky. And then ask yourself, has this ever happened before 2020? Was there a consecutive streak of no rain and no fucking cloud? This is Oregon. It's supposed to be cloudy, but there are no full-on cloudy days. There is only now clouds way out in the stratosphere, and now these low-laying clouds, because it's only 10:30, and it was straight gray, dark gray, an hour and a half ago. But now, the second I started feeling sweaty, hot myself, started feeling sweaty, that was the very few minute, same time that I noticed all the clouds just started going away. And of course, there's a natural just raise in temperature from that, because the more sun's getting through. But no, it's something else. They're activating something. And then, of course, our government's making it all worse by pouring, in more ways than a couple, by pouring more chemicals into the fucking air to try to combat global warming. But, let's see. Let's try to figure this one out, guys. Hey, I got an idea. Let's pour more chemicals into the air. That'll do the trick. Just make it like burning hot days, because we haven't stopped the microwaving of our landscape and gamma raying of our landscape. Thanks, 5G. Go, 5G, go. I'm voting for you in 2024. Keep up that $1 trillion advertisement campaign. Go through the sky, indigo lights, like it's showed on the commercials. Go. It's my favorite advertisement. It's on every time there's an advertisement. That's why it's my favorite. People must like it, so I like it. People must find it necessary, so I find it necessary. $6G is already on the way. Get it now. If there was a well of stupid, it's just overflowing, man. No, I don't need any upgrade beyond 4G. 4G was good enough. Always would have been. But, oh, the next new job. Oh, we need to keep jobs alive. So we're gonna have people continuing to create a bunch of fucking nonsense that can help you guys be entertained. With, greater visuals and more seemingly real visuals and more seemingly real sound effects and bigger maps and faster connection speeds. It was good enough. It was good enough. It was good enough. It was good enough. I don't need 5G, never will, because you see, I don't want to allow someone, I don't need it in the first place, but plus I also don't want to allow hackers to use that extra natural data speed to compromise me at a greater rate. See, because they're already doing that. See, because I've been speaking truth my whole life. So I've rubbed the selfish, the greatest selfish shitwads on the planet the wrong way, and the wrongest way that you can rub those shitwads. Because destroyed their chances of getting laid that night by being around, first of all. And then, I had the audacity to say that alcohol is for fucking inbred fucking retards or whatever. And now it's really hard to attack the patriarchy and win when all women are sold to the patriarchy and serve the patriarchy themselves and don't even realize that they do. I understand, because it seems like the wild choice. It seems like the wild choice, but it's not. It's the assimilated choice. And there's, that edge of like bravery and courage that's required for it. But what's it worth? Nothing. It's worth sensorial pleasure and your ego, and that's all. Oh, and abortions and divorces. It's great for abortions. You want to get an abortion, keep drinking alcohol. So literally everything this society tries to give you is all shit that is, they're trying to compromise you. They're trying to make you say that you don't know that much about yourself or your rights, your natural sovereign rights. I mean, just picture it, yo. Just picture it. A man in nature before society. And picture that freedom, picture all those options. Picture, you know, if he wants a home, he builds it, and that's all. And that's all. Now we have governments that have taken all the land from everyone and demand money to be able to pay, to be able to exist in a home and, you know, have a, like, feel like you have the right to be anywhere. Everything this society will try to infiltrate you with, tries to give to you, tries to anything. Tries to get you to reflect. It's all just weak shit, man. It's all just weak nonsense for fools and selfish idiots. You know, they would call you, like, try to make an outcast out of you because your DNA is unlike the 90% of the rest of the population's DNA. What do they say about rare breeds? They don't come often. See, God's keeping me in mind. He's helping keep me in a bit of shade in this little big fat cloud. It's gonna help out. Thanks, God. And, you know, after your lawns got toasted, after your lawns got toasted for 2 months straight, now they're all just brown little toast bags. The government comes out and tells you, oh, now there's a hole in the sun. Hey, wait a minute. Now there's a hole in the sun? Now, not 2 months ago there's a hole in the sun? What, 2 months ago all our lawns got toasted, and then 2 months later there's a hole in the sun. Okay, so this bullshit cover story. God damn it, I hate Americans. Anyways, Bullshit cover story. Like the dumbest fucking thing you ever heard in your fucking life. Oh, there's now a hole in the sun. What, like a sunspot? Or no, it's just nobody could ever really prove us wrong. Nobody will ever care to. And even if they tried to, it would just be drowned out in the noise of our popularity. AKA our absolute control over the media. You guys notice how many fucking, those like little clips that show up on like YouTube and Facebook? Those little clip sections. Anyone ever noticed how basically for the last year and a half or two, that none of the captions actually like made sense at all? That it was like the dumbest fucking caption possible, probably just written by an elite pedophile himself, but yet 1 million views, 2 million, 10 million, 20 million views, and or even, like only 10,000 views, but it showed up anyway, or 1,000 views, but it showed up anyway because it was chosen by the controllers of the media to be the next distraction for the current time. I imagine they're abusing AI to know how to do that properly. Or it's AI who's doing it itself, took over. And all this shit about AI dreaming, that's not AI dreaming, those are AI bots that were sent out, and they're picking up on the data feedback of those little bugs probably that are flying around as AI generated bugs. See like a view of like a whole landscape, something's like basically flying by people's faces, flying like into their eyeballs. And then, of course, you get this AI dreaming bullshit that it's, it's just an AI's imagination, but it's actually data that the AI is using. They're picking up on the data that the AI is using as it does its own mission. It's basically just watching its vision. Nothing else. You better believe that shit has a sinister purpose. It was created by man. It was created by man. You better believe that shit cannot be healthy. Healthy in the mind. And that's dangerous. You know anything about God, it's that God himself gives you that which makes you a great person. So an AI, it can't be a great person, so it can only destroy us. Elon Musk, fucking dude, that guy is Eisen himself from Bleach. I guess question, how could AI destroy us? And he was like, easily. Easily, huh? Well, if you know that, then why the fuck did you make it? Oh, well, I made it to prove that I'm the greatest genius of the planet. Well, isn't that just a great genius necessity, superiority complex? Try to prove you're a genius because people always called you dumb in your past or something? What? That's just selfish fucking nonsense. That's just selfish fucking babble, and you're risking the fucking world in the process of that selfish fucking egomaniacal fucking shit. How could AI destroy us easily? So why'd you make it? Good question. Poignant question. Yeah, no, I get it. Floating around on a gray slab of conveyor belt. It's fun if you got music going. You can really go anywhere in a fairly quick amount of time. What you people seem to be missing is that it never was about the destination. It never was about the destination itself. You guys have all been bred to seek the destination as soon as possible, to reach it, so that from the destination, all of the rewards are just right there, and you can just, I'm there. So when you guys have convinced yourself of that and actually believe it, and you actually end up believing it, well, you're fucked. You're lost. You're fucking lost completely. In a plane, car, the whole time, anywhere you go, noise. Anywhere you go, as something created by God, anywhere you go, no matter how slowly you're walking, there's always already too much input to be actually received. And so when you're flying, or even just driving, you're missing so much of the input that God meant for you along that route. Whereas if you were walking, you would have been able to pick up on way more of it. But then, of course, like, shit's fucking crazy nowadays. And we got these super ridiculously high-tech military fucking tech microwave gamma ray towers that, you know, like back when it was only like, I forget if it was 4G or 3G, but I was out in the woods with my friend and we got high on some weed, and I literally totally basically, you know, like proved to myself, but I couldn't prove it to anyone else, realized that radio towers actually directly interfere with our minds. They directly, the radius that you are away from the radio tower, well, basically, if you move around that radius and end up along the same radius, just like say you go one way along a trail and then come back the same way, the thoughts that you thought along your way out will basically be trapped in those zones. Not necessarily trapped away from you, but now that there's like an area of influence that's trapped there. Which, you know, like maybe our souls are being like torn away every second. And, you know, this is like the end of days, so who said it's not supposed to be so fucking crazy? But, you know, of course, God being so powerful and blessing that he could uphold us and our souls through that. Like, through our souls basically being drained and siphoned. That he can still restore that. He can still restore it. But I honestly have no idea how you atheists, godless people are still walking after putting a diaper on your face also for about almost 3 years straight now, on top of getting those DNA destroying vaccinations. Want to know why everyone went like totally fucked in the head? You know, of course they were going fucked in the head after from just wearing the mask, but you know, like that next level that they hit after getting all their vaccinations. What really happened was the important sections of their DNA were destroyed, compromised completely, so that the important things that used to manifest out of them no longer have potential to manifest. So them being able to appreciate you for speaking the truth, gone. That's why they all basically seemed like a bunch of Hillary Clintons, and why, you know, I'm certainly not saying that this is not the case, but why I believed that that the vaccinations were in hybridization programs filled with Hillary Clinton's genes herself, and that's why potentially the CIA released their files before we got to see Hillary Clinton's fucking emails. If that doesn't show you how much power those motherfuckers have. Like, I wonder why I'm like always hurting nowadays, and like my bones break so fucking easily nowadays, and I'm always just in pain. It's like I can't even. And then I go out in the sun, and I'm the only person who's like, I'm a vampire who bit my neck. I'm melting. Because everyone else is like, hey, this is a normal day. This is normal as it gets. Shouldn't there be like cloud coverage like ever during the day in Oregon? Nah, it's normal for there not to be. Normal for clouds to just massive clouds to just disappear out of the sky within a couple hours and form a greater mist in the atmosphere going up to the stratosphere. Who knows if we're losing water at this point off this planet? Who knows what the fuck Bill Gates' 500 fucking satellites that he sent into space are doing? They're probably reflecting light to the Earth, given all this extra heat from the sun. You guys didn't notice? It wasn't just the vaccinations that you got to make it seem hot. It's actually way fucking hot. To de-chain the world, you must first learn how to de-chain yourself. It's like what everyone was told right before they hit planet Earth or something. By freaking Donnie Yen or Bruce Lee and the freaking Dragon Realms and above the firmament. And well, so you see, this world, oh, it's so small. It's so petty, it's so cancerous and pussbally. It's such a bunch of lies. You guys gotta get away from it. You gotta take your fucking minds back, man. Take your fucking minds back. I see all you walking down the street dead sober. And you're fucking flopping all over yourself, man. Take your fucking minds back. Before we're all destroyed, man. Before we're all destroyed. Can you guys fulfill that one wish? Before we're all destroyed, could we save ourselves? Would you be able to scream before you died? Say you're about to die, and it was like an unfair, just some shitbag felt like taking you out. Would you be able to even like scream or fight back at all? Or would you just crumple away in fear? Be like, oh, hopefully he just rapes me. Just? In other words, you don't care enough about not being raped that because you're so oriented around sex, have had so much sex throughout your life that your privates might as well be fucking flaccid, fucking ballless scrotum. Just paste it out of fucking, you know. Like, you want to be treasure, then don't abuse the treasure that you already are. Stay firm, folks. See, because the greatest treasure to me would be finding a woman who hasn't abused her body because she's practically a virgin, and you know, well, those privates would be way more like the fruit of the like a peach on a tree, man. Just, you know, so perfectly squishy and stuff. So perfectly firm. But moving on. Don't abuse yourselves anymore. Don't do it anymore. Not anymore. Stop it. Knock it off. You got me out here. I'm waiting for you. Wait for you to get your fucking head out of your fucking ass and end up on the warrior path of basically throwing away your life for the world. It's the only way to real power and serve the world around you. And that doesn't mean, that absolutely does not mean signing up for a job. That's a different type of servitude. And you're actually serving the world. You're fighting jobs. You're fighting money itself. Fight against money. I mean, why do we only do things when money motivates the action? And it's called foolish selfishness that is naive, that will lead into one's own imprisonment. That's what that is. Selfish naivete, foolhardiness. If we did things because it was a good idea, we would have utopia across the planet, because it would be an amusement park festival across the planet. Musical stages everywhere, amplification everywhere. And you want to be technical? Be the technician. I feel like learning how to make amps today. I feel like participating in cleaning up the amp manufacturing warehouse. I feel like maintaining it because without these amps, we wouldn't have all this beautiful music. See, that's a good idea spawned out of good ideas that motivates action. Motivates the action that will uphold the utopia. Then we get our police force to convince us that we shouldn't have our own guns and they're the only ones who should be able to protect us. Sorry, what?
This is private property.
I'm just trying to do a live stream, but yeah.
Well, I